So far, pretty basic stuff. Pretty basic stuff. We define it, why it's important, what affects your personal brand. Share with me maybe just a couple people that aha moment, or the way you look at your brand, or you think, oh geez, my goodness, my personal brand needs a little bit of work. Like any aha, any feedback. This is highly interactive, by the way. Yes?
My aha moment was when you said like personal image is not personal brand.
Yes.
Because I was thinking always, like, personal brand is always the way you dress, the way you speak,
Yes.
your hair slicked back, all
Yes.
that stuff, and the way you conduct yourself. Except when you said like personal brand is what people think of you in terms of your character, in terms of your word, in terms of your values.
Yes.
And that's totally different. You know, it's more of a deeper sense than a surface level.
Correct. When they haven't even met you yet.
Yeah.
And that's where the power comes in. Because let me ask you a question. Are there moments in your business when someone, let's say, send you a referral, okay? The referral doesn't know a whole lot about you, but because it's endorsement from a friend, they pick up the phone, they call you, and they're ready to buy, requires zero selling. Yes? Yes? Why is that? Because of the personal brand, your reputation. I call that your reputation capital. Reputation capital. Reputation capital. There's also another concept, I'm not going to get into it today, but also called relational capital. So reputation capital, relational capital. Extremely valuable nowadays.
I also have one more question.
Yes.
When you said like personal brand is now an image.
This is well.
Yeah.
Does he have a certain personal, same guy, but 3 different personal brands? So absolutely you could. And you notice in your career, because every few years nowadays we all have to reinvent ourselves. What you do today, you might not do the same thing a few years later. Yes? Yes. So knowing that, so personal brand, you might have a certain personal brand now, but you might go from broad to niche, and you go broad again. Or you might spend a few years building a personal brand as this, and then you might change to something else. And here's something I've learned, very, very important. It's a big mistake that I made. You are not your personal brand. Most, even CEOs, entrepreneurs, they believe what they do, it's everything they've got. That is not true. Let me give you an example. One thing I wish I would have done is I would have built and promote and enhance my personal brand earlier in my career. Let me tell you why. The first company, you can say the marketing company I set up is called Quick Turn Marketing. Quick Turn Marketing. Don't ask me what it means. I just came up with it in my early 20s, okay? I was pretty naive. Whatever the hell it means. It's called Quick Turn Marketing. I thought it would like quickly turn into profit or something like that. That's how I came with the name. So Quick Turn Marketing. So I am the CEO of Quick Turn Marketing, yes? So what happens is I notice when I use that, and you are the CEO, you are the managing director, you're the president of your company, yes? So when you go out there, what I notice when you meet with people and you lead with your company, it depends on your company. Now, if your company is Microsoft, yes, you have a little bit of punch. But for most people, when you lead with your company, or I'm the CEO of ABC company, okay. It's like, okay, right? But what I noticed is the last few years as I've built my personal brand, as my personal brand gets stronger, my name actually opens way more door for me. So I could approach someone and say, you know what, I am the founder of Vancouver Entrepreneurs Group. That's nice, right? It has a little bit of power because how big the group is, right? Yeah. But I just found that when I use my name, I'm Dan Lok, I want to set up a meeting with you, the success rate is much, much higher because my name carries more weight. It opens way more doors. It allows me to do more deals because I lead with my personal brand. So I notice sometimes people want to do business with me, and especially now involved with so many businesses, what business I'm in, it actually becomes secondary. Who I am is the key thing. They want to do business with me. What I do is secondary. Does that make sense? Yeah. I find that if you build your personal brand, you can change. Look at Donald Trump. And it's very controversial at the moment. Okay? But let's go back go back to the past a little bit, rewind a few years ago, before the craziness. When Trump was doing The Apprentice, when he was just a businessman, okay? What business was he in? Let me ask you a question. How many would say real estate?
I don't even know.
You don't even know? No, what seriously, what business is he in?
Entertainment.
Entertainment?
Steaks.
Hmm?
Steaks.
What? What is it?
Steaks.
Steaks?
Vodka.
Food, vodka, okay.
Water.
I know, yes.
Licensing.
People.
People, okay. So, I mean, very, very simple. Trump is in the business of Trump. Write this down. Trump is in the business of Trump. Being Trump, promoting Trump, marketing Trump. That's one thing I've learned. I'm not in the internet marketing business. I'm not in the e-commerce business. I'm not in the whatever business. I'm in the business of me. I'm in the Danlock business.
So it'd be self-promotion.
Yeah, self-promotion. When my personal brand gets bigger, everything gets bigger. Everything becomes easier. So you think about it. Donald Trump, if you know, does he develop buildings? Yes? Yeah, so Trump Tower, Vancouver. Almost done. Almost done. We should throw a party there when it's done. Seriously, we should do. So almost done. So for those of you who know, the developer, Joo Kim Tier, we've done an event last year together. Did Donald Trump build that building? No. He's just licensing his name. When you put his name on the building, suddenly you can sell for more money. And he gets a piece of that. So is he in the real estate business? Or is he in the business of just being Trump? So think of the election going back to today. Truth is, doesn't matter he win, doesn't matter he lose. It's his personal brand get bigger now. Yes. Oh yeah. Before you could argue maybe he's well known in the States. Now it's truly, truly well-known global brand. So even he loses, doesn't matter. He doesn't care anyway. True. So his brand is already way, way, way bigger. So regardless, you attack him, you talk about him, it's like, thank you. Because you are, all the critics, all the attackers, from my perspective, it's actually depositing money to his future bank account. That's awesome. So there's something to be learned from this. So you're in the business of being you, and there's a lot of power in that. So he's in the vodka business, he's in the cufflink business, in the shirt business, all kinds of business. Water business, hotel, golf courses. Yes?
And you talked about branding his reputation.
Yes.
Would this whole Trump thing would this have to do with the fact that, it takes years, decades to build your reputation, and maybe one election to tear it down?
Oh, very good question. So yes, Warren Buffett said this, so it takes years to build your reputation, and only takes minutes to lose it. False or true? Very true. Now in this case, for Trump, I can predict, okay, it's not gonna hurt his brand. You might think, no. The hotel, after the whole thing, if he wins, his hotel is gonna be more expensive. Guarantee you. Golf course membership is gonna be more expensive. After he's done being president, his stuff is also going to be more expensive. That's why a lot of presidents, after it could be Bush, it could be Clinton, it could be whoever, after they retire being president, speaking gig, book deal, all of that, they make a lot of money through that. A ton of money, right? Get six-figure to do a speech. Don't make a lot of money as a president. After president, they make a lot of money, right?
You were saying strategically positioned. Trump earlier already established that he does crazy shit. So,
Yes.
So now
Yeah, most of the shit he created didn't work. I mean, some of the products, some of the stuff, some worked, some didn't work. But as far as he's concerned, it's a licensing deal. He's not putting any money up. You know how a licensing deal works? Do you know how a licensing deal works?
just give it.
Okay. So a licensing deal, you get paid up front. A little bit of money up front, and you get paid a royalty for everything they sell. So if I get the money up front as Trump, your units don't sell, not my business. I'm not putting up the money. I gave you my brand already, right? Not my. If give me some money up front and you sell more, you give me some more money. When it's all sold out, you give me even some more money. That's how the business works. He's a smart dude. What can I say? So after the election, would it hurt him? chances are my prediction is not going to hurt him because controversy sells. He's so controversial. I always talk about it. You know, if you can get half the country to hate you, you become president. What's interesting is, as myself, as my personal brand gets bigger, as more people know my name, I notice I get more attacks, I get more criticisms, I get more hate emails. Just got one this morning. That's awesome. It's awesome. It just tells me that's what it is. And in a moment, I'm going to talk about personal brand. If a strong personal brand, you should attract certain types of people and repels a whole lot of people. That's what makes your brand magnetic. If your brand, it's like you try to include everybody, you're so vanilla, nobody remembers you. So sometimes people come to VEG and they attend once, they never come back. Good. That means who I am, my message, or my delivery ain't for them. Is that okay? Yeah. Absolutely. It's for some, it's not for some. It's like if I have a restaurant and I offer steak, well, maybe you don't like my steak. Maybe you're vegetarian. That's okay. Go to some other restaurants. You want your brand, you want to be magnetic, irresistible to a certain group and totally rebellious to some other group. Does that make sense? Yeah? Okay. So let's talk about it. Jay-Z's got a great quote. I am not a businessman, I'm a businessman. I love that quote. I saw that in a magazine one time. I'm not a businessman, I'm a businessman. Is he a business? Yes? Oh, definitely. And what I'm saying is, you are a business too. So what you do today, you might change. But if you work on your personal brand, it doesn't hurt. Stronger, the more relational capital you have, the more reputation capital you have, the more power you have in business.
10 times your finances, 10 times your business, 10 times your marketing, 10 times your life. Hit the subscribe button now.